lawyers, what they tend to do is they tend to tell you don't say anything, don't make anything, don't talk about it or something like that. But the reality is, like, you have to say something. Look at that. Oh, I'm telling you, he's battling himself right now. Like,
we also want to remind you that the internet has a tendency to be a lot harsher towards women than men. So please, we ask that you exercise kindness.
You man. So the Try Guys made a statement. It's Eugene, it's Zach, and Keith, and this is trending #1. Amazing. So it seems to me like everybody's been waiting for this. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty. You can tell Eugene here, he's probably thinking about every bad thought imaginable. Zach, he's preparing himself. Keith he's like, I don't want to be here. I'm just kidding. No. Anyways, let's go ahead.
Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys. By now, we're assuming you've seen the Reddit threads and TikToks and tweets and news articles. We want to give you a timeline of what's transpired and some transparency into our decision making. Throughout this video, there will be things that we want to say or go into further, but as I'm sure you're aware, there are some legal issues we have to consider as we go through everything.
On Labor Day weekend, multiple fans alerted us that they had seen Ned and an employee engaging in public romantic behavior. We reached out to check on that employee. Ned confirmed the reports and since confirmed that this had been going on for some time, which was obviously very shocking to us, and we just want you to know that we had no idea this was going on. All of that information was just as shocking to us as all of this has been for you this week.
And thus began a 3-week process of engaging with employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and more, in order to make sure we were taking all necessary steps.
That is genius, man. You have no idea how many people have they commit a controversy and they don't even hire the right team to coach them through a controversy. There's so many people out there that think that, like, you know, you can make an apology video and that'll be it. But the reality is, like, nobody likes apology videos. And I think that when you have a team, they can coach you as to how to do it. Now, of course, sometimes they won't coach you properly and you will still miss. But still, I think it's smart that they have, like, that team, because that team was smart enough to know that they had to make a video. And this is the video right here. Now, of course, it's only like 5 minutes long, right? They're probably not going to get through everything within the next 5 minutes, but at least it's something. So
from the jump, we were acutely aware of just how contrary this was to the values of the company we've built and those of everyone who works here. This is something we took very seriously.
It seems like he's reading off of something. Like there's somebody like in the back of the camera just like switching the flashcards or whatever, the cardboard, like say this, you know. Yeah, because he took his time to, like, I'm telling you, they're coaching him on what to say, because I'm pretty sure that if he was to go off character, he would say something along the lines of, and you know, and thus we have considered the fact that, and that Ned guy, oh my god, I'm gonna kill him when I get my hands on. Like, I can imagine just Eugene saying that. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to, like, make it fun, you know. Obviously, this is nothing to be laughing at. You can clearly see that everyone here is pretty stressed. Eugene just looks pretty upset.
We refused to sweep things under the rug. That is not who we are, and it's not what we stand for.
We immediately removed Ned from work activities and engaged an HR professional to conduct a thorough review of the facts. We also opted to remove Ned from our releases pending the results of that review. Over a few weeks, that's included removing his section from videos, digitally removing him from others, and choosing not to feature him in our merch throws. Honestly, I want to give major props to our editing staff for how deftly they've handled that.
Oh my god. This is what just one course of action can do. It can ruin it all for you. You're telling me that the editing staff took him out of videos, took him out of the merch, which means, at least to me, the way I interpret that, that means that he's no longer going to be getting royalties. He's no longer going to be getting any streams of income related to the Try Guys. And that's not a problem for, I mean, that's still a problem for the Try Guys altogether. But for Ned Fulmer himself, think about it. He no longer has a stream of income anymore. What about his kids and his wife? Well, his wife has a fractured self-esteem. She would show up on the videos as well, and I'm pretty sure they will pay her for her part. But no, now I don't know. I don't know if they've removed her part as well from the videos, which they could still get a stream of income if that's the case, if they didn't remove her. But I don't know. But the fact is that they removed him, and well, he's not. This is what they're gonna settle in court, I assume. So we'll have to wait and see.
There are several videos that we've deemed as fully unreleasable. You will never see them, and that is due to his involvement. And that's a decision that has cost us lots of money. We will not be able to recoup that money, but it's a decision we stand by proudly.
That looks good on them. Yeah, definitely, dude. That's unfortunate, but nonetheless.
Now, we can't talk about the details of the review, but suffice to say, we found that Ned had engaged in conduct unbecoming of our team, and we knew that we could not move forward with him. So on Friday, September 16th, the three of us signed written consent of the members of Second Try LLC approving the removal of Ned as a manager and an employee. We chose not to rush into the announcement for a few reasons. Namely, there are real people who have been affected. And while we consider this a company matter, there's just also a family at the center of this.
Yeah, that's considerate. That really is considerate. But Ned Fulmer kind of put his family out there, so people are going to want to know how his family's doing and all of that as well. Like, I want to know what Ariel's thinking. I want to know how she's doing. Now, of course, she asked for privacy, so there's that.
Now, we were always planning on a public statement, and we're working towards that with our team. But in light of rapidly accelerating speculation, we knew we couldn't wait any longer.
Yep, absolutely, dude. See, that's the thing. This is why, like, when he said that he had a PR manager and a PR team and lawyers involved, like, dude, that was like genius. But the thing is that in most cases, and for some reason, lawyers think that it's okay, or like they tell you, at least in my opinion, okay, maybe I'm wrong about this, but lawyers, what they tend to do is they tend to tell you, don't say anything, don't make anything, don't talk about it or something like that. But the reality is, like, you have to say something. You absolutely have to say something, because, you know, right now when all of this is going on, when everybody's talking about it, this is when you should say something, because it can potentially ruin the reputation of your company or your brand. And this is a pretty smart move on their part, you know, because you don't want to make a statement and then it comes out like 3 months later when no one's talking about it. It doesn't make sense. The damage has already been done and public speculation has already concluded, and everybody probably has a negative opinion about whatever brand is attempting to make a statement. So you want to capitalize that immediately. So yeah, this is a brilliant move.
We're obviously incredibly shocked and deeply hurt by all of this. This is someone who we'd built a brand and a company with for 8 years. We feel
Look at that. Oh, I'm telling you. He's battling himself right now. Like, I'm pretty sure if he wasn't reading the script, he'd power up Super Saiyan. I promise you.
saddened, not just personally, but on behalf of our staff and our fans who believed in us.
I don't know that we'll ever be able to fully articulate the pain we feel at this moment. It's hard to rewatch old videos that we love and are proud of. We're losing a friend. We're losing someone we built a company with. We have countless memories with. We just made a TV show together. I'm sure many of you feel the same way. It's weird. We're sorry that this ever happened, and we don't know what more to say.
Eugene, oh my gosh, Eugene is just unbelievable. Like, look at him. He's just so upset. Like, it's almost like, you know, like he's like, that TV show, it was gonna glamorize me. I was gonna be the star, like, you know, and Ned had to ruin it. Like, I just feel like he thinks that, and
There's also our staff of 20 strong who they just don't deserve the negative attention our brand is now getting because they didn't do anything. But they're our family, and they're some of the most talented, creative minds in the world, and our primary focus right now is making sure they feel comfortable and proud coming to work. The work they do never ceases to astound us, and frankly, there's just no world in which we could have navigated all of this without them. Now, there are videos that were shot ahead of all this, right? We're going to be editing Ned out like the new season of Without a Recipe, and we're working with our editors and finding creative solutions to the footage. And we also have some branded videos that we've already committed to. So when you see a video that's sponsored in a few weeks and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, it is kind of weird. It's just how things are, and that's why.
Even if they were to post that and they were sponsoring videos, listen, bro, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't. They're probably right. It probably wouldn't look good. Because I know at the same time you have to make your money, you know. So I wouldn't even be thinking about that. But nonetheless,
Look, I get that when stuff like this happens, there's going to be speculation and gossip. And we ask that you respect the privacy of the family members and employees who may be caught up in this. We also want to remind you that the internet has a tendency to be a lot harsher towards women than men. So please, we ask that you exercise kindness.
Man, listen, man, I slipped up the other day. I made a video on like the whole Ned Fulmer controversy, and I made a video specifically on Alex Herring, and man, I hate that video. I marked it black because I didn't really think about it, you know, because I was thinking about like, why haven't they fired her? They should have gotten her out, you know, because I was like, you know, women should take a stand and like they should say. They should talk to the company, like they should email the company and try to get her out. But the thing is that, you know, there's a lot of legal issues there. It's just that what I was thinking was that they call her company and they try to get her out. But that would mean that in a way, I'm kind of like inciting cancellation of a person. And I hate cancel culture. I do not like cancel culture. And I can't believe that in that video I was kind of doing that. So I marked that video with a black frame, because usually every video, every thumbnail I make has a rainbow frame. I marked it with a black frame because I missed. It's a lesson learned, and I ended up typing out something in a description, a full-length paragraph talking about what I learned and what I should have done differently, and I should have taken the time to actually hear myself, write down the thoughts, and actually elaborate on each one. So yeah, just that video, I'm a little upset with it, but nonetheless, it happened.
Things will change here. What we hope is that within this, there's also the opportunity for positive growth and better videos ahead. But it's going to be hard. This whole thing is going to be really fucking hard.
And we imagine you have lots of questions, a lot more questions right now, and we're going to have more to say in the future. Just right now, we're focused on bringing the best content possible between now and the end of the year, and then figuring out what the future of this channel looks like from there.
That's it for now. Again, more to come. Some things may change. We are just sort of figuring it out all one day at a time.
Honestly, I don't think that. I think in some way it is going to be impacted, but each of them have their own like fans. You know, I know a lot. I know my sister. She loves Eugene. She loves Eugene's videos. So, dude, like, I think they're going to be okay. So,
thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And we look forward to introducing you to the next era of the Try Guys ahead.
Man, that is insane. I think I've already said everything I needed to say. That's just upsetting. We lost a friend too. I'm pretty sure sometime in the future, but it's just, I don't know, maybe in sometime in the future they can potentially talk again. But for the most part, it's just gonna be awkward now tonight, because, you know, like, they did so many, like, Ned just fucked up so bad. He lost everything. He lost his income sources. What about the kids? What's gonna happen to them? What's gonna happen to Ariel? Is she gonna need counseling for this? Because man, when you get cheated on, it's not something easy to accept. It's not something you can just walk away from. Now you have trust issues. That's the worst. It's the absolute worst. And then the kids, you expect a lot of fighting between that. In that relationship, expect a lot of fighting. There's going to be a lot of fighting in that relationship. And the kids are going to have to witness all of that, which is so terrible. But anyways, yeah, you know, give them time. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to like message the family to see what's going on, how they're doing. I think that's important. Send them love. But at the same time, I think it's also important to just give them their space. Giving them their space, I feel like they can recover a lot faster. Remember, this is a person's mind that we're talking about. The more, if we could just stay away from them for a bit of time, they can recover. They can be resilient a lot quicker. And yeah, we can move forward with that. And hopefully we can hear a statement from Ariel in the future. That'll be pretty nice, just to see how things are. But anyways, yeah, listen, that was it. I wish the Try Guys the best, honestly.